right, Tyler. Lamar Jackson took home the 2016 Heisman Trophy after a standout sophomore season leading Louisville. You guys were talking about setting records. Not only is he the first Cardinal to win the Heisman, he's also the youngest in history to do so at just 19 years old. A lot of positive reactions spilled in from Twitter. Some love was shown for his red blazer, definitely standing out in that Cardinal red. Not SportsCenter doesn't think there was any other competition for Lamar Jackson. Bomani Jones goes into Jackson's speech when he gave a shout out to Bobby Petrino. And then there was this lovely picture of former trophy winners Tim Tebow and Johnny Manziel casting an interesting juxtaposition. He finished 620 points ahead of Deshaun Watson. Tyler, what do you think? Was he the obvious choice?
Yes, he was the obvious choice in every sense of the word. Our friends at Hotels.com would call him the obvious choice. Fits for this discussion right here.
And it worked. You didn't even force that one. Just to give you from a betting sense of how much this was expected. So if you put a preseason future bet on Lamar Jackson to win the Heisman, you were getting 100 to 1 odds.
What?
For every dollar you bet, you would have won 100. By October 2nd, which was 5 games in, that dropped to less than 3 to 1. And by the closing, when people took this off the books, it was 1 to 50. So you would have had to risk $5,000 to win 100. That's what a huge favorite he was. The stats speak for themselves. 51 total touchdowns in that wonderful Bobby Petrino offense. It was the perfect fit of athleticism and Bobby Petrino's schemes to amass tremendous statistics. And as you heard Abby say, the only non-Florida State ACC player to ever win, let alone the only Louisville player to ever win, and the youngest, because we forget those freshmen were redshirt freshmen, Johnny Manziel, Jameis Winston. As a true sophomore, he's about that same age. He's actually the youngest. So cool little tidbits. I thought his speech was very emotional and very heartfelt. I really liked hearing him talk. Just another little tidbit, I don't think he wore socks.
No, but he looked fly.
He looked fly as hell.
He looked
with that
fly
red
AF.
jacket. I think the other guys looked great, but played a little closer to the vest. Him with that red jacket, no socks. He looked pretty fly, man. He looked very comfortable. He looked like a guy that lied to us when he said, I didn't know who was going to win. He knew he was going to win, and he was dressed to the nines.
What do you think Tim Tebow and Johnny Manziel were discussing while they're standing next to each other on
Probably
the
the
stage?
stock market.
No? Some similar interests that they may have?
Tinder. Yeah, you getting matches?
Yo,
now that we're in
bro,
New York?
you
I know you're not from New York. I'm not from New York. You can get that Tinder going?
You like that super like, bro? You do that super like? Pay for the extra super like, bro?